Sounds like a great lunch. Boys and girls, we have Miss Danny Clark, our guidance counselor at Belleville Elementary School, and she's going to make a couple of announcements, so please listen very carefully. Ms. Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Mesh. What I'm here to talk to you about today, boys and girls, is a program that's being sponsored by the United Nations. It's called Jump Rope for Heart. Every teacher today in their mailbox has got a sponsor sheet. The Jump Rope for Heart works a lot like our Jogathon, but it's for a different cause. The United Nations is sponsoring this because it's for the American Heart Association. The American Heart Association is an organization that helps people who have heart problems, who can't jump rope, and who can't do physical exercise as much as kids can. So when you get your envelope today, what I'd like you to do is take it home. The top sheet that you see right here is the parent permission sheet. And that tells us that it's okay for you to go ahead and participate in the activities that we're going to be doing for the Jump Rope for Heart. Underneath that is an envelope. As you can see right there, on the envelope is a sponsor form. What you're going to do is talk to your family and talk to your friends, but I don't want you going door to door to do this. But see if you can get some sponsors to sponsor you while you jump rope here at school. The actual event is going to be in November. But if you can go out and get some sponsors and bring this envelope back to school with the money in it, then you can go ahead and jump rope for heart. And I suppose you want to know what the rewards are for this. Of course there's rewards for everything that we do. If you were to bring in even $1, boys and girls, you could win a Crazy Heart straw. Now, when I get these in, I can go ahead and show them on TV, but I haven't gotten these prizes in yet. If you even bring in just $5, you can earn a jump rope. And when you get your envelope, if you look at this side of it, they'll be glad to go over and tell you all of the prizes that you're going to win. Of course, if you bring in $275, you get all of the prizes. So, it would be nice if you could even just bring in $1 and then you can participate in the Jump Rope for Heart. It's going to be fun. We're going to have punch and music, and we're going to have different games that involve jump ropes. So take this home, look at it, bring it back. If you have questions, you can either see me or you can talk to your teachers, and we'll be glad to answer your questions. Something else that's going on that has to do with a community event is the canned food drive. Make sure that you try to bring in a can for the canned food drive. I know Mr. Mesh has been talking about it. If you bring in just one can, if everybody in school brings in just one can, we'll have over 1,000 cans in this school, and that's our goal this year. So it would be nice if you could help people in your community. Join the Jump Rope for Heart and bring in a can. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mrs. Clark. Yes, we talked about the camp food drive, and I know that in the past Mr. Miller has been the top class, but I hear somebody talking saying, no, it's not going to be Mr. Miller's class. We're going to find out the winner, okay? Mr. Miller, there's some challenges, I guess, facing you, so we're going to see what happens, okay? A lot of the boys and girls say, no, it's not going to be this year, Mr. Miller's. We're going to change that. So anyway, we're going to see who's going to be the winner, okay? Before I announce some recognitions for the accelerated reader, I wanted you people to be aware that there's certain things that if boys and girls get so many points on the accelerated reader, you get some prizes here. You can see this is one category G here, and a lot of people, even though it looks like an I, it's like a bullseye here. Okay, these are some of the smaller prizes and a little bit of a small stuffed animal. We have, these are just part of the prizes, boys and girls, that you can get, okay? And by winning things, that's right upside down here. Okay, Mr. Bash's got that's right now. And, you can see all different, this is a folder, and you can put a lot of your papers in it. All these things here are part of the accelerated reader. This is just part of it. And of course the t-shirt, and we have several different kinds. This is the category H. And you see a lot of boys and girls wearing these t-shirts. And this is for boys and girls who have done very well in the accelerated reader. Okay? Please make sure you understand. Teachers, please let them know that our prizes that they're going to get. And at the end of the month, we're going to have drawings for certain prizes. And those are the boys and girls that will be in the drawings are the ones that meet their goals. Only the ones that meet their goals for the AR at the end of the month. And I will have a little box here. Actually, it should be a large box because we're going to get a lot of them. And we're going to give you a little form to fill out with the teacher and the child's name. We're going to draw from them. One of the prizes, there'll be a principal of the day. And I'm going to pick 2 of them of the month. Okay? And they get up here. They can do the announcements. And they get to sit in the chair. And they listen to the phone. They can do all sorts of things. They'll be walking around the classroom. It'll be kind of fun. Okay? They are, like one student said, the president of the USA. Okay? And you're gonna be able to have a lot of fun with that, okay? You gotta dress up, you'll be on the news here, be an anchor person next to Kevin over here. So, those are some of the things, so please make sure, boys and girls, you start working on your goals and see if you can reach that, okay? And we already want to recognize some of the students here for the AR, and it's Jessica McGarry has earned 10 AR points. She's a first grade student in Mrs. Decker's class, correct? And can you tell us a little bit about some of the stories you've read or books? Do you remember anyone that you read, a particular book? You have a hard What's that? Not I, Not I. You like that book? Okay, and you got 10 AR points. Was it easy to get those? You like that? Well, that is a nice thing. And you took the test on the computer? And that was kind of exciting? And how many points do you expect to get next month?
No.
I don't know. How about 20 or 30? Can you do that? Okay, she seems like a good reader. Let's recognize Jessica and give her a nice applause. Okay, Jessica, thank you very much, okay? We want to talk about the great space race, and I'm going to let you people know who's in certain orders. Okay, now boys and girls, this is, and I hate to embarrass some people, but I think they really need to know. Last place, Mrs. Starr, Mrs. Chase, Mr. Spalatros, Mrs. Clausen, Mrs. Staub. Okay, now we could easily change that. Sixth place, Mrs. Calamella, Mr. Miller, Mrs. Randazza, and MWA. Fifth place, this is fifth place in the space race. Mrs. Graysick, Mrs. Kemp, Mrs. Dykeson, Mrs. Brady, Mrs. Butler, Mrs. Birdwash, Ms. Kernick, Ms. Tralson, Mr. Velarde, and Mrs. Feeney. Fourth place, Mrs. Michael, Ms. Taylor, Ms. Ellison, Ms. Bull, Ms. Nail, Ms. Guyan, Ms. Tubb, Ms. Collins, or said thing, Mrs. Kite, Mr. Turner, Ms. Sepka, Ms. Rodick, Ms. Madden, and Mrs. Norman. Third place, Mrs. Appleby, Mrs. Canamella, and Mrs. Hilburn. Second place, Mrs. Decker and Mrs. Wolden. First place, Mrs. Williams, Mrs. Earhart, Mrs. Pisano, Mrs. Meevers, and Mrs. Sanders. Congratulations. Okay, you see how things happen all the time? Boys and girls did very well last week. They did very, very well on the space race. Please make sure that you continue doing that job this week, because we're going to move those again at the end of the week. So please, it takes everybody to follow those rules, okay? All right, we want to recognize some other people here for the Accelerated Reader. These students have met the September and October goal. Okay, let's see. If I call your name, raise your hand. Tanika Gunnels, Richard Jedlicka, all right, Charlotte Kolobaka, Ashley Marks, Laura Osana, all right, Chris Sewell, Bradley Stanzi, Devin Klusner, and Megan Carey. All right. Anybody want to say their favorite book that they read? Not Richard. Where's the microphone here? Okay.
The boxcar children mountaintop mystery.
You like that? Okay. What about you?
Is there Mama Llama? First grade nothing. Tracer's first grade. Tales of the fourth grade nothing. The more of the brain.
We're going to tie it up here. All right, Teeny Tiny Woman. Okay, see, boys and girls, they remember those books, and they are going to get the points. And who knows, one of you people may be sitting right next to me as principal of the day, okay? You guys keep up your goals. They've reached their goals, so we know we're going to draw some prizes. They'll be at the end of the month. We're going to do that every month. So, boys and girls, there's not one person out there that cannot reach their goal. So, keep to make sure you get it. All right, let's give these people a nice big applause. All right. Congratulations. Aldo, you stay up there, okay? You can go out that way. Give the mic to Aldo, okay? Go ahead and file out. Now, I want to recognize Aldo. He's a student that had 52 points out of 56 in Mr. Turner's class. We're going to just recognize him. He'll be up here in a second. Okay. And this is the AR, Aldo Nardiello.
Yeah.
Correct, Aldo? 52 points you made, huh?
Yeah.
Was it hard? Yeah, Aldo got a little confused at the beginning doing his AR, he thought he had to do a book at night, didn't you? Well, we changed that. I think Mom probably was telling him to go to bed at 12 o'clock because he got to finish his book. So we kind of slowed him down a little bit because he was getting tired, and we didn't want him to fall asleep in the classroom. So Aldo should be recognized for 52 points. Let's give him a nice big applause. Do you have any good book you want to let us know that would be interesting for other students?
Where the Red Ferns Go.
Where the Red Ferns Go. You like that book? Okay, great. Okay, Lonnie, you want to take the mic